Alright lads, so continuing on with the new series that we have started on the channel, beating Guild Quest with a 1 out of 5 team. This is the new team that we have lined up for the Melee Hollow Week of Guild Quest. And for the most part, just like in Phase 1, this is some of the easier ones because we have some really powerful characters and we are playing a really safe team in this case. Because as you can see, we do have 5th anniversary Byakuya, Ikkaku, and also Sajin. Now the general team layup is very similar to our last team. You're going to see that a lot going throughout the weeks because since we are using 1 out of 5 characters, shout out to Weston by the way, since we are using 1 out of 5 characters, we need to ensure that they stay alive because our 2 side lane characters, since they don't have any dupes into them, they're going to be like, you know, if you don't have enough good crowd control, they're going to be dying a lot and we don't want them to die. So this is basically how I've gone ahead and done it, is that we're going to be using Byakuya for our main lead. He does have a holo killer, so he is going to be doing some respectable damage. Do keep in mind he is a ranged character, so he isn't getting the midi damage times 2, but this team is still good enough to actually beat it. We will be ensuring that our 2 side lanes are safe because Byakuya does have the Vortex. Ikkaku's there because he can do a lot of nat damage and he also is the team's boost on. And then Sajin is one of the better characters for this week because he has a really high damage output. And if you have Sajin, definitely give him a go. Now Ikkaku is recently replaceable with the new Shinji, so if you did pull the new Shinji, definitely give him a try. He will be better. But this is the build that we have gone with Byakuya. We're basically rocking 3 recharge links with the charges to get that extra bit of damage. We then of course have the Fort Pill, a Hollow Sticker, and also a Tension Tie. We removed all his Transcendence, so he only has 500 SP, and we gave him full stam and weakened defense. Once more, weakened defense is very important for you to clear this guild quest fast or to potentially even beat it. For Ikkaku, he has a normal Chappy, a Hollow Bait, and also a Hollow Sticker. We then gave him 2 recharge links and also a hybrid link with Dangaichigo, giving him an extra bit of NAD and also recharge, because again, once more, he is here just to kind of stack the boost for the most part. If the boost isn't active, we're doing something wrong. We're going to be losing out a lot of DPS, so the boost is very important. And of course, he is also basically 1 out of 5 level 10 attack. Again, very important, because keep in mind, when you are using 1 out of 5 characters, you do need to compensate. Give them, you know, T20 abilities, for example, because if you don't have dupes, you're doing a lot less damage compared to teams that have dupes. So one way to, you know, make it so you can do enough damage is by getting to T20, you know, level 20 link shots. Well, in that case, though, we did give him full stamina damage and also damage to weaken. Now, keep in mind, this is more so for another team. I'm not really too sure what a second bonus ability would be good here. No one in this team does inflict weakening, so it's kind of a wasted ability here. What you might want to do is maybe give him, like, Last Ditch in case he does die, just to play it safe. Same goes for Sajin. He is basically 1 out of 5, exact same build. Instead, we have now focused on no attack damage, and he is also T20 with damage to weaken and also full stam. Again, once more, if your team is dying, then give them that Last Ditch ability instead of damage to weaken. So that said, let's jump into the run. Alright, so starting off the run, keep in mind Ikkaku and also Sajin are naturally immune to poison, so we don't have to worry about them losing their full stamina. And we just got to make sure we time our strong attacks correctly, right? So the second that Vortex goes, we want to stall enough time, use our SA1, SA2, so our team doesn't take that much damage. Luckily, Ichigo focused on me. He's actually a real pain to go against, so let's hope he doesn't kill anyone there. You know, actually, never mind, I take that back. I think Ikkaku is actually immune. Ikkaku is not immune to poisoning. My mistake, which is going to hurt us a bit, but we should be good. We're just going to keep the Vortex active, and hopefully they do enough damage. Let's use our SA2. Oh, SA1 there. We're going to sob him. Now, keep in mind, my Byakuya is special move level 5, so we are doing a tad bit damage here. I do apologize for that. But with the clear time that we're going to have left, it shouldn't matter all too much. SA2. Keep the Eisen in place. Vortex has gone down. Weakened defense is activated. SA1 into the SA3. Back into the SA2, and they're just going to slowly go at it. So 17 seconds to spare. If your Byakuya is special move level 1 out of 5, you should still be able to clear it. I doubt, because keep in mind, our special move damage is cut in half, so it's not like it made that much of a difference for the most part, but we were able to beat it with a good time to spare. I did have to reset once, by the way, because my Ikkaku did die. That's very important to keep in mind, right? Obviously, reset to try and get a good score. Unfortunately, no extra orbs there besides the one. But yeah, Ikkaku not being immune to poison, that was my bad. I thought he was. Doesn't really matter all too much because with the team, you shouldn't be taking that much damage to begin with anyway, because as you did see there, is that we were using our strong attacks correctly. So the second the Vortex wore off, we used the SD3, we used the SA1 to distract the enemies, keep them in position, and then instantly use the SA2 again. That SA2 Vortex that Aizen, Byakuya, Kisuke, and even since we have, you're going to see us use that a lot throughout this entire series because it's really powerful. Like, it gives you such amazing crowd control that it allows your side lanes who would normally potentially die, stay alive, and do do their job, which is to do no attack damage. So that's basically the video for today, just showcasing a team that can beat this current guild quest. If you don't have these 3 characters, you have to kind of just look through your box and see who you can actually use. Byakuya is basically replaceable with any other Vortex character like Kisuke, Shunsui, Aizen. Of course, they're going to be doing like barely any damage compared to Byakuya, but they're mainly there just to supply your team with the crowd control. Ikaku could be replaced by using the new Shinji, for example, and then Sajin is just mainly a massive DPS character. So if you don't have Sajin, bring any other melee Nat card to the House Hollow Killer. They'll be able to do a good enough job. But again, as always, keep in mind, when it comes to guild quests, especially only using 1 out of 5 characters, sometimes you are going to need certain characters to beat this, right? If you can't make up with Transcendence, you're going to have to make up with link slots and potentially have the correct character. If we gave a dupe or 2 to someone like Sajin or Ikaku and used someone else, for example, we probably would have enough easier time, because focus, having that level 10 focus slot, by the way, does increase your damage output by quite a bit. So as I said, hope you guys did enjoy the video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.